This is the Rewind Pix. It is a $100 camera, and I shot several rolls of film through this thing. And later in the video, I'm going to show you all the things that I produced with this tiny little camera. And look, a lot of people are talking trash about this camera because they're saying that you should just buy a used DSLR or a used point and shoot. And I'm going to address every single one of those people today in this video, so make sure you stick around for that. The Rewind Pix is basically a non-disposable, as they're calling it, and you get 36 shots per roll, which means you just load them up and you have 3 options for your film sims whenever you're doing this. After every shot, you have to wind the wheel, just like you would on a disposable camera, and I absolutely love that. The nostalgia for this is great because I haven't shot on a disposable camera in a very long time, so using this has been honestly a joy. You cannot see your photos until you connect to the app, which a lot of the cameras that are like this with just the screen on the back or on the top or wherever they're placed just shows you how many photos you have left to take. This one's the same way, except it actually shows you which film emulation that you're actually using. So there's not much to this at all. And I honestly think that that's part of the aesthetic of this and why people would actually want a camera like this. People that are trying to buy this camera is not going to be a photographer trying to level up their photography. In my opinion, it's more like an accessory to your camera. It's something that you would take on the weekends or take around just to shoot anything, honestly, document everyday life. Things that can be important, but they don't have to be documented on a super expensive camera like most photographers use. I think this is just a great weekend camera or something to keep around so you don't have to worry about editing images, which I get edit fatigue all the time thinking about what I'm gonna have to do after I actually photograph something. Maybe you can relate, I'm not really sure, but this is just really great to have for documentation's sake. The price of it is $100 right now on Kickstarter, and most of our cameras, I would say, and I'm speaking to all of us who are professional photographers, if you're not one, I'm sorry, but our cameras are thousands upon thousands of dollars, and having something that's $100 but still gets the job done of documentation is a really big deal. And the fact that you can hand this off and you don't have to worry about somebody actually breaking it, it's a really nice relief, honestly. I know there's a lot out there like the Camp Snap and some other one, but those would fall into the category of whatever this is. And I actually love the fact that I can just hand it off to anybody, and if it goes missing, I can just get another one. $100 isn't a ton in the photography world. So yeah, this is really great. I mean, my daughter's been playing with it and she's not even a year old yet. And it's fun. Very, very hard plastic, which I'm really glad they went with. All right, so let's talk about the app. Before you go out and load up your 3 film stocks from the app onto the camera, there are around 30 something emulations right now, and I think they're gonna add to it as they move forward with this camera. You can build your own from scratch within the app, which I really like. I know there's some other cameras out there that you have to do it like online in their thing and then you drop it, whatever, I don't know how it works, but it looks complicated. Within the app, you can actually choose the film stock that you like, and then you can add grain, contrast, saturation, all the things that you want to add to make your own, and then you can bake it into this by just telling the app to do so. It's very straightforward and user friendly, and that's something that I really like about it as well. You have a slider on the back that's C1, 2, and 3, and these are all for your film simulations that you decided to shoot with for your 36 images that you'll get out of this camera until you want to unload them, which you can do at any time. The best part about it is if you overshoot and you're out and about and you don't have time to use the app, there's actually 3 film simulations already built into this camera. You have Sunny Warm, Breezy Cool, and Simply Mono. And honestly, these don't look bad at all. I'm genuinely surprised how good the ones that it came with look, considering they are just JPEG images and there are no RAW files. I guess the JPEG image would be as close to RAW as you could possibly get. Speaking of, there is actually an SD card in this, and it's just in this little door at the bottom, and this comes with a screwdriver. So you can open this up and you can get the SD card out, or you can use the USB-C to plug to your computer, which I have done, to pull the images off that way. From all the film emulations that I've used, Retro Cinema has been my ultimate favorite. It's probably the closest to my type of photography. I would say it's kind of high contrasty, a little saturated, kind of moody, and I just love the things that it has produced. There's also a PL400 that I like as well, and it's been really fun to use also. High contrast black and white is my third favorite. Those are the ones that I've used the most. Once you hit your 36 frames, you can unload your roll into the app to start fresh. It's a really fast process. They go into the dark room and then you just click download. They go straight to your camera roll, and then you can use those photos to do whatever you want to. It takes only a few seconds to do all of this, and then you can choose whatever film stocks you want to go back onto the camera. And all of this happens within probably like 20 or 30 seconds. And it's just really easy to use. And it's nice to be able to switch up the things as you want to. And you don't have to use the whole 36 images. You can shoot 10 or whatever, unload them, and then reload your film stocks. And the way that they did that, I think, was really smart, because there's some out there that you have to shoot all of them and you have to wait like 24 hours to develop them or whatever. I know you can turn that off in other cameras, but it is nice that you can use this how you want to use it, and there's flexibility within that. So you can go out and be as creative as you want to and shoot as much as you want to, and nobody's telling you how to use your camera. And I think that's a really big deal for cameras like this. All right, let's talk about the specs of this camera. There's not much to it. It is a cheap piece of plastic camera, but the plastic is really great. And it has a minimal shutter speed of 1/60th of a second, so you don't get any kind of shutter lag. I've experienced a little bit here and there, but that was before the firmware update, and I've tried to get long exposures by moving with cars and stuff, and it no longer does that. So I think they've actually fixed this to actually be 1/60th of a second, thankfully. It would be nice if they allowed you to change your minimal shutter speed within the app, because there's going to be some people out there that probably do want to do longer exposures, but it's not going to be the case for now. It has a 35mm lens field of view, and the actual viewfinder matches that as well, which is really nice. And it does have a built-in Xenon flash, which I think is very important for cameras like this, because I run around with a point and shoot sometimes, and I definitely want to have a flash just in case I need that. The sensor in this camera is absolutely tiny. It's nothing to write home about. It's not going to excite anybody. It's no medium format camera whatsoever, so it's not going to work very well in low light. It has an f2.2 aperture, and it stays there, and it feels like it's around f8 if I had to guess. That's what I've gathered from this. And yeah, you're not looking to shoot a lot of low light stuff with this unless you are using the Xenon flash. This camera does come in this off-white that I went with, because I actually have other things on my desk that are off-white, and I thought it would look pretty good. It also comes in a gray color, which I probably should have got because the off-white doesn't match my off-white stuff, but it does come in those two colors. I have a top-down viewfinder for it, which is really great, so I can look this way and not have to pull this up to my eye, so I can get lower, and it looks really good. It's easy to use, and they're actually coming out with one of these apparently, but it is fun for that. Sometimes I'll accidentally photograph things and not mean to, because this is a very soft shutter, and especially like in a crowded area, you won't be able to hear it go off. Although if it's quiet, it does actually make a lot of noise, but it is very, very soft to the touch, and you can easily take a picture, no problem. And I'm sure you hate to hear that winding noise. I believe in the Discord group that we're all in, that have been doing the beta test for this, a lot of people have complained about how loud the winding is. And according to the person that is actually making this, he is filing them down to make it a little less obtrusive. Because if you are doing street photography with this, that could be kind of loud, but also at the same time, you seem more like a tourist than anything. And I feel like people just ignore tourists. So it could be a bad thing, could be a good thing. I don't really know. It doesn't bother me at all personally, but some people have complained about the sound of this. And honestly, the shutter doesn't bother me at all. And I haven't heard a lot of people complain about that either, but here it is. It's just a shutter. So a lot of people were complaining in comments. I watched a couple of videos about the RewindPix that people are just, aggravated because you could go buy a used DSLR for $100. I've never seen one personally, but secondly, the person that this is for is not looking to have to deal with a DSLR. This is a very small camera, and it's just easy to use. Nobody's gonna wanna go out and watch a tutorial on how to use a freaking DSLR. And if you are already a professional photographer, I don't think you need another DSLR in your life to just drag around to do point and shoot stuff. This is my take on it. I think that it's just a small little toy camera that does really well at what it does. It takes the picture, and that's all you really need. And it does look cool. The photos are not terrible. They're not great either. And a lot of people were complaining about the cost. This should cost $40. I don't understand that at all. I mean, it costs $100 to go out and eat in most places. $100 for an actual camera that could last you forever if you wanted it to. Not a bad idea. I mean, it's not a bad price in my opinion. So I don't know, but look, everything is not made for everyone, and this may or may not be made for you. I was just addressing the people out there that for some reason are aggravated that this little bitty camera with a Xenon flash and no screen costs $100, and you have to connect it to an app, and people complain about that. And I'm just like, well, a lot of people don't want to edit on a computer. A lot of people just want to snap, open their phone, and there it is. And that's who this is for. And I'm one of those people because I hate having to come home and edit stuff that I'm documenting in my everyday life. Yeah, that's just my take on it. It's not a serious camera, but it's a seriously fun one. So here are all the photos that I took, and there's no editing whatsoever. The camera did all the stuff itself. I picked my film emulation, and these are the photos that I got. And yes, I missed some. Yes, sometimes it overexposed. It doesn't have a great metering system for some reason for every scenario, especially if it's mixed light. But if you're shooting outside doing street photography, it actually does pretty freaking good in my opinion. Honestly, people are gonna be mad about me saying this, but I think that this is a way better price point for what you're getting than the X-Half by Fujifilm. I haven't shot on the X-Half. I've held one. I've took a few pictures, but I wasn't able to actually do a review on one, and it just felt cheaper than this. The only thing that it has going for it is that it does have an LCD screen that you can see your images. But those are also just JPEGs, no RAWs. The price point on this blows that one out of the water. It does the exact same thing, and the sensor is probably about the same size. So, in my opinion, I would definitely go over this over the X-Half, 100%. The X-Half still doesn't make any sense to me. Everybody complained about it needing to be cheaper, and now they're giving them away. But this, to me, is worth $100, and the X-Half is probably worth like $250 in my opinion. So if you want a weekend camera or something that takes all the stress away from editing, and if you have kids or you like to hand your camera off, this is going to be a great option for you, especially if you don't want to learn how to use a used DSLR or a point and shoot camera that you actually have to do manual things to. If you want something that's going to do all the work for you, this is the camera that you want. If you want something simple, this is going to be the camera that you want. I haven't used all the other non-disposable cameras, but this one has been great to use. I've had it for quite a few weeks now, and I've really enjoyed using it. And yeah, it's not for everybody, but I've enjoyed it. So yeah, that's my review of the Rewind Pix. The first one, I'm not sure if they're going to come out with another one or not, but they have done a great job at addressing all the issues with the camera itself and even the app itself. So thank you so much for being able to do those things that we've asked you to help with. And yeah, they've been great to work with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave a link in the description for the actual Kickstarter. I get nothing for this video, by the way. They just sent me the camera and asked if I wanted to review it, and I said yes, I would love to, because it was a very fun idea. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and until next time, peace.